So our Dreamcatcher shawl has a lovely mandala either end. I've already made the one from the centre of the yarn cake. This is the paler colour. It's complete and ready to go, and you'll see it's got a little ball of yarn still attached. All will become clear when we get to the end of the one that we're now going to work through. So we've got one ready to go. We need to make the other one. And the other one is going to be made from the darker section of the yarn cake. That is to say, the outside. So let's get going. Okay, so mandalas are worked in the round, obviously, and so that means we're going to start with a ring or a circle of some sort. And for this one, we're going to be working with a chain circle. So we're going to be starting with a slip knot as usual, and we're going to be making 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then we're going to be joining with a slip stitch into the first chain that we made to turn this into a ring to work into. Okay, so there we go, there's the ring to begin. The next part that we're going to do for round 1 is we're going to make trebles into this ring, and this is as good a time as any to remind you that we are working with UK terminology here. So to start with, we're going to make 3 chain. That's going to count as our first treble. 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to make 23 further trebles into this ring, and I'm going to crochet over this end as I go, so I'll just show you how to do that if you're not sure. So I'm going to make my treble in the normal way, go straight through the ring, but I'm just going to make sure that that end sits over the top of the hook before I pull my yarn back through and finish my treble, because that will then kind of hold it in place. And if I just do that for a few more stitches, it will cover up that end and I can snip it off quite nicely. As I work this yarn, and as you kind of start working with it, you're going to see that because it is 4 strands sort of together, that it is easy to split it, in the sense that you can easily poke your hook through more than, you know, just one strand and not pick up all 4. Don't worry, just softly, you'll soon get used to it. So that's all we're going to do. I'll go all the way around. I'll see you at the end. Right, so last treble going in for round 1. And then I'm just going to close with a slip stitch into the top of the first treble. So just closing like that. And we're ready to move on to round 2. Now round 2 is a simple repeat all the way around. We're going to be working 3 treble and then 2 chain, and the 3 treble means you know, kind of 1 treble into each of 3 stitches. We're not doing treble clusters or anything like that, so let me show you. Another thing just to mention, whenever you see a repeat like that written in this particular pattern, the first treble will be made up with 3 chain, just as you're starting, kind of getting you going type thing. So there's my 3 chain, that counts as my first treble, and so that's 1 treble, and I'm going to move along to the next stitch, that's 2 treble, and move along to the next stitch, that is 3 treble, and now I'm going to make my 2 chain. And that is my pattern repeat all the way around. So let's just do that again. We're not skipping any stitches or anything like that. So 1 treble and 2 treble, moving along each time, and 3 treble, and then 2 chain. So if we're going to work that all the way around, you'll end up with 8 of these little groups of 3 treble. I'm not sure if I've said it yet or not, so I'll say it again. Don't forget UK terminology. Okay, I'm on the last repeat now. So that's 1 treble, 2 treble, and 3 treble. And I'm going to just finish with the 2 chain, and now I'd like to show you Greta's way that she's closing the rounds by kind of reaching through from the back of the work to the yarn. It creates a lovely kind of smooth, almost invisible finish really. So I'm ready to close my round. I'm going to take the hook out of the loop, let go of it, and I'm going to insert the hook from the hook from the back to the front of the work. So normal place you'd expect to join the top of that first treble, but from the back through to the front, okay, rather than the other way around. And I'm just going to bring it through and go back through the loop that I took it off of. Just tighten that up a little bit and then pull that through the work to the back. Okay, so not too arduous, quite tricky to show you on camera, but you'll be a lot more dexterous because you've got to worry about anyone being able to see what you're doing. So we are now joined round 2 and we're ready to start round 3.